Welcome to the October Blumberg Digital webinar. This is key because there's so much going on and so much to prepare for, not just because it's the end of the year, but because there are so many things happening externally. I'm going to talk to you about those things externally. And this is why I asked you this question before we really got going is, do you want kind of the shiny version or do you want the real version? And you have all elected for the real version. Thank you. Understood. And that's my team. My team wants the real version. The real version might not be as palatable, might not be as nice, but I think it's important that we talk straight talk. And I think it's important that you're thinking with straight talk because there are things that are going on. These are things that you can't necessarily control. These are things that may have an impact on how things are going. There are things happening right now that have impacted your current marketing strategies, which are outside of your control. And that's just generally less searches being done. Generally, higher cost of ads, more people advertising, more competition for you when you're doing your paid ads. People are spending money less. This is happening. This is not just in dentistry. This is happening, and not just in the United States and Canada. This is happening worldwide. People are worried. People are concerned. People are a bit, I don't know what's going to happen. Those things you can't necessarily control. There are things you can control, and that's what we're going to be talking about. So in addition to you having been asked, do you want the real version or do you want the fancy schmancy PR version? You all said the real version. I want to know, are you willing to take action and get busy? I need a thumbs up, a thumbs medium, or a thumbs down. And there's no wrong answer. I need a thumbs up, thumbs medium, or thumbs down because, listen, I might not have additional bandwidth. I am over, I'm in over my head. This is rough times for me right now. I understand that. Okay. Thanks for all those that gave me the thumbs up. For those of you that don't know me, Dan Brown, I am a partner and the chief operating officer for Blumberg Digital. I'm going to be going through my slides. Okay. So you know who I am. That's me. That's my wife, Melissa. We've been married 31 years. That's my son, Boston. He's now 15, a little bit older than that photo. I've been a consultant for 32 years, 24 different countries, over 100 different fields. I specialize in sales, marketing, and executive training. I'm also the senior service consultant at MGE Management Experts, and many of you know me from there. The content we're going to be talking about today really has to do with the current scene in October 2024. And this, of course, is the end of October. So this is preparing you for November 2024. Things I want you to be aware of. Patients are distracted. There are politics. There are holidays. There are financial things happening right now. They're worried and concerned, and oral health, as a result, takes the back burner. As such, and I've said it before, but I'm going to really say it again, and I really want you to be with me on this one. You must promote your cause and your purpose and market louder than the noise hitting your patients. Now, what does that mean? Well, we're going to talk about what that means specifically. I do want you to understand there's commitment involved in this. There is commitment involved because even for those of you, and most of you are Blumberg Digital clients, we do a lot. It's not a complete done-for-you program because there is no marketing done-for-you program. It doesn't exist. If it does, that marketing company is lying. Or they're a partner. They're taking a profit share of your practice. So there really isn't a done-for-you model. Blumberg Digital takes a bunch of it off of your plate, but there is still a portion that we need from you. And that's this portion. This is you deciding and then working out and implementing how to promote your cause, your purpose, and market louder than the noise hitting your patients. Now, part of that's going to be increasing your marketing efforts and your marketing budget. Not just your budget and not just your efforts. I don't care if you're using another marketing company. I just don't care a little bit. This is the time to pump it up. When things get a little bit scarce, when credit scores are a little bit lower, when approvals are a little bit more scant, then you need to increase your marketing efforts and increase your marketing budget. I'm going to show you what to do in this webinar. But good news, is the field of dentistry recession-proof? It's a great question. Healthcare is the #1 most recession-proof industry per Investopedia. This is right now live, September 2024. It's the most recession-proof field. So well done. However you found and decided to go into the medical field, for those of you that are dentists, for those of you that are, team, whether it's hygienist, assistant, or just administrative staff, fantastic. You chose the right field. No matter what's happening externally, people still need a dentist. So that's good news. People who have healthy teeth and gums live longer per independent studies done. Raise your hand if you've heard that. People with healthy teeth and gums live longer than people who don't have healthy teeth and gums. Good. Put it in the chat right now. By how long? You should know this better than I, but it's important that everybody knows this. 7 to 10 years. Correct, Melissa. First answer. Spot on. That's right. And everybody's coming in. Right. 7 to 10 years. Those are what the independent studies, they are independent. They're not you. They're not me. These are independent studies done. You need to have those studies at hand. People with outstanding bacteria and infections in their teeth and gums are more susceptible to numerous systemic conditions. What are they? Put them in the chat. What are people more highly predisposed to if they have outstanding bacteria and decay, infections and such in their teeth and gums? Put it in the chat right now. Again, something you need to know, because when somebody's telling you, listen, that's tight. I just lost my job. It's this, it's that, it's the other thing. Okay. And life is real. Life is happening. And I think life might be very interesting in the next 2 to 3 quarters, certainly in the next 2 to 3 weeks in the United States here with all the political election stuff, right? So all that's buzzing around, or it's not. Maybe the person's just like, listen, I got a vacation. I got to go on a vacation. Okay, you need to have at hand these data. These data are so important because this is getting them to go, okay, dentistry, my teeth, my gums, my health was back burner 10 minutes ago. I've just moved it to the front burner because my dentist just went over this with me. Now, if you don't have this, you need this. Many of you have this. Blumberg Digital created the Patient Guide to Oral Health. And this is a guide that actually documents all of these studies, has a table of contents. When you click on these table of content points, it goes immediately to that point and references the actual independent study done. For example, tooth loss and heart disease. There's the link. There's a study. You click on the study. There's a study. There's a visual. It's in your face. You should have this guide. You should have it on an iPad. You should have it on your computer. You should make sure that you print these off. You can send these out to your patients. This is free from us to you. Britt just put the link in the chat. Click it, fill it out, get your guide. It'll be emailed to you. Send it out to all your patients. Hard-hitting message, but have it handy when you're going over treatment presentation. How about this one? Diabetes and the studies connected to that. How about this one? Dementia. Many of you put this in, your chat. By the way, well done, everybody. You got depression in there. I'll just go through them. Good, Lisa. Alzheimer's, right? Dementia. High blood pressure, right? Diabetes, heart disease, blood pressure, right? Good. It's good to see that you guys are on top of it. This guide is a visual version to see this individual who's got a tear coming out of his right eye, who's suffering from dementia. How about this one? Links to cancer. Poor oral health is linked to an increased risk of various cancers, including liver, pancreatic, and oral cancers. And the visuals are very specific. They are intended. We're talking about an individual who's going to put off their treatment plan for a couple months because he's got his anniversary coming up, because he's scheduled to go out of town, because he just, he doesn't have it worked out financially. These visuals are to get their attention. You got somebody coming in who's expecting or planning to create a family. Talk about the adverse pregnancy outcomes. So if you want this study, you can click the link. You can also scan this QR code. The QR code is going to take you to that same link. We want you to have that study. We want you to use that study. Many of you, thank you for your great feedback and you're welcome for it. You're using it with your patients and doing so successfully. Well done. Good job. Good job. It's exactly why we created it. Now, let's talk about marketing. Again, marketing makes the phone ring. You could have a multitude of marketing channels. It's going to drive people to your website, your Google business profile, your social media channels, and then they're going to pick up the phone and they're going to call you. If you are not set up at the front to handle that phone call properly, professionally, in a friendly fashion, and competently, meaning you're going to take that reach and convert that reach into a scheduled new patient. Well, marketing could be working, but it, quote unquote, is not working. Not because it isn't working, but because there's something broken in the line. And the line is marketing channel, drives them to your profiles or drives them to the phone, or drives them into your practice as a walk-in. Make sure you're inspecting all of those different steps of that line. Thumbs up if you understand what I'm saying. I'm going at a pace here. I just need to make sure you guys are all comfortable. I got a lot to cover. So I have taught you that marketing is successful when you think like a consumer, not a dental professional. Don't try to think like, well, what is ABC Dental doing right down the road? And what is our competitor doing? What's a guy doing across the street? Don't look at that. Don't look at quote unquote dental trends. Look at your profiles. Look at your marketing through the eyes of a consumer. Now, a consumer isn't going to know what an amalgam is. A consumer might not know what a veneer is. They might not know what an implant is. They have a different idea about what an implant is, right? So I want you to think like a consumer. Doesn't mean talk to people like they're dumb, but certainly talk to people like they're ignorant. Also, think about how busy are you as a consumer? Right now, I'm asking you as a consumer, how busy are you? How much time and bandwidth do you have for just, marketing messages that are all flowery? Raise your hand if you're a little bit time bankrupt right now. If you're having a hard time getting to everything you need to. Okay, good. So I want you to understand this. I just did a new guide, and this guide is awesome. And the name of this guide is called Cutting Through the Noise, Powerful Dental Marketing Tactics to Impinge on Today's Consumer. Now, I'm going to take a couple excerpts from it. Marketing as an interruption, making it impinge. In today's landscape, consumers are exposed to countless messages, making it necessary for marketing to interrupt and impinge on those people's routine. Think about this in terms of impact. The goal is to make a lasting mark, something that doesn't just pass by, but sticks with them. As Jay Baer, a marketing strategist, puts it, quote, content is fire. Social media is gasoline. Your message must be captivating and relevant enough to cut through the noise. Today's over-commercialized, distracted consumer. And that's us. Consumers are often ad blind. They've been so exposed to ads that they've developed a natural filter for ignoring them. Studies show, get ready for this, studies show that the average attention span has shrunk to 8 seconds, which is even shorter than a goldfish. Sorry. Maybe that's not funny. That is funny. I'm sorry. That is funny. This means that contests must immediately impinge to break through their mental filters. When you understand how many marketing messages we are getting on average, this is actually going to blow you away. How many marketing messages do you think the average consumer gets on a daily basis? Look at this. Studies show that the average person sees between 6,000 and 10,000 ads each day. 6,000 and 10,000 ads each day. It's the average person. That's not even your little niece who's on TikTok and Instagram, full time. This is the average person. Sees between 6,000 and 10,000 ads each day, meaning that competition for attention is fierce. Professor of marketing once said, if your message doesn't stop people, you may as well be invisible. Wow. So true. So bit shocking, but that's where we sit. What do we need to overcome? What do we need to do? I mean, I'm going to tell you, but I want to stimulate a little thought. What do you think we should do? Yeah, all these people, they're busy. They're over commercialized. I don't know. What do you think we should do? Okay. Hyper-focused and local. I think that's good. Lisa, it's a great point. Calls to action. Okay, good. Give it a shock factor to draw people's attention. Who put that in there? Abby Hughes. Nice. There is a shock factor that is necessary. There's a couple things that drive people's attention. Certainly shock. That's one thing. Another thing is humor. Like, think about why you go to social media. And when you go there, why are you there? You want to get out of the four walls of your own life, see what people are up to, maybe snoop a little bit on your friends from high school and that mean girl that you always hated. No, I'm just kidding. But beyond that, why are we there? We generally go there for a smile, for a laugh, for a lift, for education, for inspiration and hope. Raise your hand if that's you. Yeah, most people. So think about those different points. How do you curve your social media messages and your marketing in and around those things? Well, aware of the fact that someone is being hit with so many different marketing messages. Yeah, right there. Amber, funny content, right? Make ads that are real to the patient. Love that, Randy. Great. People are looking for holiday gifts, offer dentistry. Could be. I don't know. I think we're going to have to go a little bit deeper in that. When I think about dentistry, the last thing I think of is put a bow on it. As a consumer, I kind of go, yuck, no, ew. That's what I think. Now, Don't take that personal. You're all in the field that actually extends people's lives by 7 to 10 years of life. There's pride around that point. But how do we talk to that consumer? That consumer's reality is what we got to hit. I mean, I highly suggest that you get this guide, make that thing available. If you want this guide, it's great. Cutting through the noise, powerful dental marketing tactics to impinge on today's consumer. Grab that guide, study it, be aware of it. There's some real gems in there. But let me ask you this. There are people who click on paid ads like Google ads and paid ads on advertising. There are people who don't click on ads. And then there are people who sometimes click on ads. Now, you are not a good person or a bad person because you are one or the other. There are ad clickers. There are ad ignorers. And then there's in between. Thumbs up if you're an ad clicker, thumbs sideways sometimes, thumbs down if you don't click ads and you always go down to an organic. Okay, interesting. Good. So the majority of people don't click ads. Again, if you do, you're not bad. It's great. I mean, from a marketing perspective, we love it. Because I'm in marketing, I know the statistics. So I often don't click an ad because I know what it's going to cost that poor person. I know what that click is going to cost them. But that's kind of my motivation. Even before that, I think I was just an ad ignore. I'd search for something. I might even see that in the top 3 paid results, and I'd scroll down and try to find that company organically. That's called organic. Organic simply means not paid. Organic. Where does it come up? Kind of naturally on a Google search. How many of you think that organic is important? Raise your hand. So very important. Thank you for that. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this and what we have to do. I'm going to give you some stats. Current number out there today states that less than 10% of people actually click on paid ads. That's right. Around 94% of all search traffic goes to organic results over paid ads. What does that mean? If you do a search for dentist near me here in Florida, you'll get these results. You get dentist in Clearwater. I'm in Clearwater. Position number 1 is probably going to cost about $30 to click on that. Position number 2 is about 25, something like that. Position number 3 is about 22, something like that. Then you have the map, and then beneath the map, you might have a paid maps ad. That's also a paid. You see it's got ad or sponsored there. And then beneath that, you have the local search results and organic. Let me tell you something. Every click on those top ads is going to cost. And 1 out of 11 people click on those. Should you do paid ads? Absolutely. Without question. Without question. You should absolutely do paid ads. I say that unreservedly. Now, we might tailor that and tell you to steer clear of certain keywords. Certain keywords are very expensive. Certain keywords are super competitive. There might be other keywords that we would tell you, let's go this direction here, not waste your budget and test it for a little while and then do some market research and testing and then really customize your campaign before we really tell you to throw some budget at it. But they work. We do ads very successfully for a ton of clients. But if you are ranking position number 1 for dentist near me, dentist in city, position number 1 is going to get 34% of all search traffic for that term. Position number 2 is going to get 19%. Position number 3 is going to get 14%. Look at the fall off. Position number 4 is going to get 9%. 5 is going to get 6%. 6 is going to get 4%. 7 is going to get 2%. And every position thereafter is a fraction of a percent. So you're like, okay, well, that's a lot of numbers. That's a lot of percentages. What does that mean, Dan? I don't know what that means. Well, here's what that means. Say there's 1,000 searches for that search term. Position number 1 is going to get 340 people coming to their website organically. Not paid for clicks. These are organic visits. 340. Think about that $30 click. Multiply that times 340. Do the math. Position number 2 is going to get 190. 3 is going to get 140, all the way down to position 7, which is going to get 20. Look at these numbers. This is your awakening. I mean, we'd be happy to get the 190, the 140. Oh my gosh, amazing. But look at the fall off from position 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, and 1 to 7. Look at the difference between 1 and 7. This is the importance of SEO. Thumbs up if you guys are tracking, thumbs sideways, kind of, thumbs down if you are lost in space. Okay, good. Thank you for the thumbs. Okay, so what do we do? What do we do? Well, SEO or search engine optimization might sound like techie marketing jargon, but I'll keep it straightforward and explain why it matters for your practice. Here's the idea. When people in your area search for a dentist online, they're typing questions like, what are dental implants? Or what can I do about a broken tooth? And they're typing that into Google. They're looking for someone who not only provides answers, but is right there, local to them. That's where you can really shine by creating short educational videos on common dental questions. You become the expert who has answers ready when they need them. And here's a really cool part. Google rewards helpful, informative content. I want you all to read that with me. Google rewards helpful, informative content, especially from local businesses. If you make videos answering these questions and then post them to your website, along with a simple transcription that reads like a blog post, it tells Google that your website is packed with valuable content. In turn, Google will start showing your site higher in search results so local patients can find you easily. Now, I need to make sure you are all tracking. So again, if you're tracking, thumbs up, kind of thumbs sideways, not really thumbs down. Okay. Thank you. Good. All right. Now watch this. To give you a real life analogy, think of Google as a library. It has a lot of books, websites, and it wants to bring the best ones to the front shelf for readers, your patients. When your videos and blogs answer popular questions clearly and simply, Google considers you a trusted book on its shelf and moves you up to the front so you're easier to find. Do you all get that analogy? Please, thumbs up, medium, or down. This is literally the analogy that explains it all. Excellent. Many of you here are on our gold marketing platform. Well done. Many of you are making amazing progress on it. Some of you are falling a little bit behind. You're a little bit busy with things. It's just, life is busy. It's challenging. For all of those that feel they could be a little bit more active on our gold marketing platform, because that's what we do on our gold marketing platform, is we give you video interview scripts. Doctor, you have one of your team members ask you the questions and you just answer them naturally. That's what this whole section was. You just answering questions that are the most searched for questions on Google. Here's what some of you have been doing. So Dr. Lori Bagay, she's out in California, Smart Smile Dental. Her organic traffic has reached highest ever since she started working on scripts, these video scripts where, somebody asks her a question and she just answers the question like she's talking to a patient. Okay. Ever since she started working on these scripts regularly with a 65% increase over last year in traffic, she's been very active on video scripts, total of 25 video scripts. She's done 25 videos. Now, granted, these are all they take about 10 minutes. So she spent 10 minutes, 25 times. That's 250 minutes. Do you know the amount of content she's pumped out? All organic, all natural, all original. Yeah, so she's doing great on Google. Dr. Christopher Chan, Crown Dentistry, he was ranking for about 400 keywords. Now think about this, 400 keywords. Now that he's been constantly adding scripts, he's ranking for close to 2,500 keywords. Been very active on video scripts and social media since the beginning. He's done a total of 21 video scripts. Look at these stats. Just look at these stats. These are the SEO stats. That's our gold marketing platform. It works. I told you when we announced it, some of you were like, wow, that sounds really good, Dan. I announced it 2 years ago. We've been working on it for 3 years. We take those scripts, we upload them, we then edit them, and we transcribe them, and then turn them into website-friendly transcriptions that Google can read easily. It's working like a bomb. Dr. Cabersi at Integrity Dental, he was ranking for about 200 keywords in August last year. Now he's ranking for close to 600. This was August last year, and we are at the end of October this year. I mean, he's literally tripled his keywords. This is just from constantly creating video script content. He's not even a premier SEO client. Those that are on our premier SEO service just knock it out of the park into the stratosphere. So they're very active on social media and creating scripts, and they've done a total of 31 videos. There's their organic traffic. So take up Dr. Jason Dulac Dental. He was the first client to complete every one of our video scripts. We literally are inventing more video scripts so he can carry on. His keywords almost doubled in a period of 6 months. So doubled keywords almost in 6 months or less. It's also very active on social and scripts. So well done to Dr. Dulac and Liz. You guys are superstars, rocking it. And then we have Dr. Margarita Degtarieva. Now I'm doing this because everybody on the Gold platform, I'm trying to get you to go listen. I do need to find 10 minutes. I need to find 10 minutes this week. That's all I'm trying to get you to do. Also active on video scripts or keywords have doubled from February this year to now. Doubled since February. Look at this organic trend. So if any of you want the list of these websites, you want to go look at their videos, you're welcome to do so. There's Dr. Kamersi, that's integrity-dental-inc.com. Dr. Rouse, that's flatrockfamilydentistry.com. That's Dr. DiMarco, who's here, renewed dental wpg.ca, Winnipeg in Canada. Dr. Koipale, theLaurelDentist.com, done 21 scripts. Dr. Dulac is dulacdds.com, 26 scripts. Check out their website, see how we've done it. This is the simplicity of this. We've taken the video, we have cut it up and edited, just very minor edits, taken the ums, the ers, the ohs, the stumbles, the gaps, this, like when somebody messes up, that's called a stumble. So they'll just pick up the sentence again and just carry on. Take all that out, put it together. Then we take that, we transcribe it, and then we code it so Google can read it. And we place it on their website. So we got the video and the text. The transcription, 10 minutes, produces generally about 2,000 plus words. Now they're totally ranking per Google standards, but it's original content. It's organic, it's pure. Nobody has written it. AI hasn't written it. Listen, AI is great, except Google knows how to read AI. There's ways to go, okay, good, you're just pumping out AI content. So we all think we were clever by having AI write our website. No, no. Google wants to know, especially in the field of medical, that it's you, that you are an authority, that you know what you're talking about, and that you are answering the questions most frequently asked on dentistry. We have all those scripts. So 10 minutes a week, 10 minutes a week. Everybody chant it with me. 10 minutes a week. Let's do it again. 10 minutes a week. Raise your hand if you can get your doctor 10 minutes a week. 10 minutes a week. That's set up to breakdown. I love that. I wish you could all see what I saw. Okay, good. Hey, Kathleen, you're raising your hand. You are doing this. I'm going to ask you to unmute. You just sent me a message this morning saying that you guys are planning to do a video. Tell me the hack. What are you doing? Because you're getting a ton of videos. What's the hack?
So the hack is you corner Dr. Rich in his office when he least expects it. And then I hand him the script and I said, great, you have 5 minutes. We're going to do it right then and there. And it helps too if Dr. Vera's across the hall, because then she just says, Richard, you have to do it.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank you. Hey, now, Dr. DiMarco, are you still here? Dr. DiMarco. There he is. Dr. DiMarco, could I ask you to unmute? Sir, you're one of the latecomers to the platform, yet you're passing everybody up left, right, and center. You've done a bunch of videos. Dr. DiMarco, would you mind sharing a little bit about your viewpoint about it and how you've done it?
We do it kind of more by just, we kind of lump them together a little bit. So like every couple of weeks, we'll just come in like an hour early, just kind of do 2 or 3 videos. I find just like once I kind of get in the groove of doing the first one, then it's a little easier to get the other ones going and it feels a little more organic.
Beautiful. Any tips to people who are a little bit concerned, backed off, think they're not great on video, have never done video, they don't like the idea? Anything that you could share to another doctor who might be a little bit concerned?
Honestly, just to do it. Like I didn't like doing it the first few times. And then, after a few weeks, you just get comfortable doing it like anything else. Honestly, I don't think there's any secret. It's just, you got to get in front of it and do it.
Beautiful. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you doing that impromptu. Good. I've got a hand in the chat. It's Seema. You've raised your hand. Maybe you're just answering yes, or maybe you have a question. Okay. And Lisa, to everyone, Pros Script. Okay, good. Pros Script. Lisa, tell me what your question is. Oh, Prosthodontic Scripts. Yeah, we've got those too. Yeah. Pros Scripts, we've got tons. But you got to understand, you are talking not to other prosthodontists. And in fact, you're not talking to other general dentists, Lisa, right? So when we do these for Dr. Phillips, we don't want to have him using dental speak or talking about specific, certainly not talking about graphical, aspects of surgeries and stuff like that. So we're going to really dumb it down and chill it out. This is to the patient. Now we might do another series of videos to our general dentists who refer to us, and general things that we could recommend to them if they want to hold on to, as much as they can, and they want to start placing implants and they want to start doing some, wisdom teeth extractions and, what to think with, what to avoid, what to maybe venture into, tips on that. That's great stuff for your general dentist that will potentially get graphic and very clinical, certainly not with the patient. So great question. All right, I'm looking, I think there's a couple other questions came in. All right. Well, a lot of you were asking, where do I get these scripts? Well, it is a feature for our Gold marketing platform. If you want information about that, we're going to help you out with that. But I want you to think with this. For everybody on the Gold platform, I'm not kidding around when I say this. We'll go through a set of hot topics and questions people are actively searching for in dentistry on Google right now. These are the hottest terms in Google right now. We're going to cover keywords to sprinkle into your answers, making sure your videos work extra hard for you, drawing more eyes to your practice online. Now, you don't need to be a marketing expert. Just talk about what you know best. Dentistry will guide you with questions and simple cues that can help patients find you and feel connected to you before they even make their first call. And I'm telling you, there are so many clients right now that are telling us that people are coming in. They've done their videos. They're saying, hey, people are coming in and say, I've seen your videos. I really appreciate it. Really nice to meet you. They're slightly starstruck in some cases. This is good news. This is, not that we want you to be a celebrity, but doesn't hurt when you have all sorts of altitude with the person. So I don't want you to be like, oh, I need to speak like Dan. I need to be perfect. I need to be eloquent. I need to make sure that I don't have pauses, because every once in a while I put in filler words like, okay, good. So what? That's called natural. That's called organic. We're okay on that. This isn't you trying to be Aspen Dental with the slow motion. Hey. No, everybody knows those are paid actors. Nobody wants that. That's why they're coming to you. They want the natural, organic, real you, doctor, associate doctor, hygienist, even assistants, office managers. They want to meet you. It's just very, very simple. We want you to talk to the camera. And I understand that can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes. Talk to the camera, but you're looking at a patient. That's it. You're talking to the camera as if it is a patient. How many of you think you could do that? Raise your hand. How many of you think you could do that? Raise your hand. Yeah, I know you can. You know how I know you can? You do it every day. You talk to patients every day. You walk into that operatory and you talk to them. They have a question and you answer it. It's that easy. It's that easy. So here is your homework assignment, folks. The homework assignment is this. Gold marketing platform clients, this is mandatory. This is 100% optional that you get this done for November while being totally mandatory. So you can choose to do this, but you have to get it done. See what I did there? You can absolutely elect to do this on your own, but you do have to get it done. All right. So this is going to be made available for you the second we end this webinar. This is going to be being sent out to all our Gold platform clients. This must be done by November. Okay, now I'd like you to get on it sooner rather than later. I would like you to hit it hard right now. It's going to be about 4 or 5 videos. They're going to be about 7 to 10 minutes each. Collectively, that's going to be 40 minutes. 40 minutes. That's 10 minutes a week. How many of you will be able to find 10 minutes a week again? Show me your hands. How many of you can do 10 minutes a week? Okay, Gold platform, you will be receiving this upon the completion of this webinar. In which case it gives you instructions. Oh, I need to just show you this. It's so good. It's one of the best we've done. So good. I mean, I'm sorry. That sounds a little bit arrogant, but it is one of the best we've done. We're getting better at it, just like you've been getting better at it. So let me open this thing up. Okay. So here it is. SEO content scripts for November. Okay. So this is all the data I've just gone over with you, a little bit more. All right. Here's some tips for you. Talk like you're chatting with the patient. Keep it short and sweet. Aim for 60 to 90 seconds per interview script question. So you're going to be asked a question by your team member. Stick to a 60 to 90 second answer at the top. Short and sweet. Start with a hook. And this is good. Kathleen, have some fun with Rich on this one, okay? Begin with a question, surprising fact, or bold statement around the point you're covering to grab attention. For example, did you know your teeth have superpowers? You'll see where all this comes from later on down here. Smile and show enthusiasm. This is important, folks. I know this is kind of tough. Typically, when we go on video, we do this. Okay, are we ready to start? Okay, start. Hi, my name's Dan Brown. I'm the Senior Service Consultant at MGE. I'm also the co-owner of Blumberg Digital. And we think we did great. We think we did great. You got to juice it up a little bit. You got to juice it up a little bit. But how do you juice it up when you're a little bit nervous? Well, you got to kind of fake it till you make it a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. You're going to get more comfortable. But what I want you to understand is that the camera has a tendency to drop your tone level just a tidbit, right? It mutes emotion. It kind of dials the emotion down. So you got to dial the emotion up a little bit. So smile and show enthusiasm. Let your passion for dentistry show. Smiling naturally on camera and using hand gestures helps keep viewers engaged and makes you more relatable. Look at me. I'm always jumping around like an idiot. I'm using my hands all the time. That's who I am. Look what I'm doing. I'm married to an Italian. What do you expect, right? So have fun with this. I have fun working with you. I look at the faces down here. I enjoy everybody here. I really do. I know so many of you personally and a lot of you very intimately, we're really good friends. I love that. I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to a camera. And I'm smiling because if I did this after every sentence, might make things kind of serious. In dentistry, we don't like serious. Patients don't like things serious. Thumbs up if you track on that. It's kind of important. Keep smiling. That's right. Okay, we want you to record this in your office. We don't want this to be someplace, you could, actually, I don't even care. You could do it at home. You could do office. I don't want it to be at Starbucks. I don't want it to be in a hotel lobby where it's really noisy. You do all the stuff we tell you for your gold platform clients. I want you to make certain that you are using pro audio, use a little clipped microphone, all that. Okay, good. So here's the first one. Dental implants. What are dental implants? How do they work? Now, when we give you this, I want you to specifically punch into, these are the high value Google search words and search phrases. We call them keywords that you need to be talking about. This is what's being searched for huge right now. Huge. Okay. Not because I say so, but that's what's showing. So I want you to include, so team member, when you're interviewing your doctor on this one, you're going to say, doctor, what are dental implants and how do they work? And then you're going to say, so doctor, Dan wants us to specifically mention dental implants procedure, permanent tooth replacement, and dental implant surgery. So you might even have those on little cue cards if you want. And then again, ask that question. What are dental implants and how do they work? Also tell your doctor, cover the basic structure of implant materials and how it replaces tooth, but that's up to him or her. I want you to really focus on this question and those keywords. Thumbs up if you understand, or if I lost you, thumbs down. Okay, good. Amy, we got to get him. We got to get the burden on there. We got to get him. You got him doing video. How you got Dr. James Burden on TikTok videos and Instagram videos, and he's smiling, and I'm just, who is that person? I love him. So, but now let's get him in front of the camera. He could talk all week long about implants. Okay. Let's just do a trial one, get it to me, I'll review it, and then we'll get it over to him and we'll just start pumping those out. Now we can do it with your associates too. Okay, Amy, Sharon, we can do it with your associates. I would like to get Jimmy. We all know I want Jimmy. I want the implant specialist of that area. So please. Good. Next one. Who's a good candidate for dental implants? Again, you're going to say dental implant candidate. That's a key search phrase. Who qualifies for dental implants? And dental implants, age and health. These are the things to punch. So again, if you need to have little cue cards marked on a big marker so the doctor is being prompted by those, totally okay. Keep going down these. Those are those five questions, and that's it. 10 minutes. Next one, cosmetic dentistry. I know a lot of you have done the cosmetic dentistry gold platform script. This is even more specific, and I want you to hit these search phrases. Porcelain veneers, are veneers right for me? These are the search phrases that people are typing in, okay? So there's 5 questions for that one. Oral health and systemic health. And when you do this video, feel free to use the guide. How does oral health affect heart health? Okay, use these keywords. And then emergency dental services. This one's a big one right now. Lots of search is being done for that. Like, what should I do if I lose a tooth? Lost tooth emergency is a big search phrase right now. Knocked out tooth care, big one. Saving a lost tooth. Even if you don't do these things, even if you don't place dental implants, talk about it. I'm sure you have a dentist that you could refer out to place implants and you'll restore it. So I still want you to do the video, even if you don't do it. General dentistry and preventative care, that applies, of course, to prosthodontics, please, right? Any specialist, unless, of course, it's like orthodontist. We're going to do a special series of scripts for you. But endodontists, prosthodontists, periodontists, oral surgeons, we want you ranking for general dentistry terms. It's going to help with your other variations of your specialist terms. And then we have social media post suggestions for you. So these are social media posts specifically around these topics. We tell you what to do visually, captions with value, patient education, and engagement. So think about this. Have you ever wondered, did you know? These are great questions that are getting great engagement on social media right now. And then we give you 3 versions. Some of you might be conservative and you don't want to be too out there. Some of you want to be kind of in your face. Some of you want to be a little bit more fun, kind of funny stuff. So we do 3 versions. Here's the in your face version. Tooth missing, it's like a party with no guests. Implants bring the party back to your mouth. Permanent, strong, and ready to chew like a beast. Ready for the smile you deserve? And there it is. We give you an image, put an image together or search for one, create one, and then those are the hashtags. This is a caption, full implant or mini. Want durability or quick fix? Make the choice that stands the test of time. Good. And then just keep it going. So we have social media posts for each of these. And then, of course, we have the fun version. Lost a tooth, the feeling blue. Implants might be perfect for you. They're strong, secure, and here to stay. Bringing back your smile today. I don't know. It's a little bit corny, but corny works. Corny works. Check it out. Choose the one that's for you. That's going out to all of our platform clients. Any questions for me? Good. So those key phrases, do they have to be exact or include those words? It has to include those words. Okay, good. Britt, got you. Yeah. Excellent. Here we go. Now, if you want to know about this gold platform, you want to get some info about it, just scan that QR code right there. Scan that QR code if you want the data about the platform. We're going to get you the data about the platform and all the training we do, video training, scripts. We get you a microphone. We get you a tripod. Just scan that. We'll take care of you. Good. Now, I want to go back to something we've all talked about, thinking like a consumer. Let's do the scenario. You guys know it well. If you've been to my seminars, our laptop just crashed. We went on to Amazon. We need one by tomorrow. Both laptop A and laptop B will be here tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. That's what we need. Laptop A, 5 stars, 19 reviews, $499.95. Laptop B, 4.7 stars, 475 reviews, $549.95. They have the same features. They have the same, you're happy with both of them. Everybody's got to choose in 10 seconds. Go. Everybody's got to choose. If you got 2 people in the room with you, put a letter in and then put another letter in. Everybody's got to punch it in. You're about to lose Amazon Prime. You're going to miss your delivery tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Got to put it in. Got to place that order. What do you all see? Look at the chat. Look at the chat. What do you see? A number of people are like, listen, it's Amazon. I can return it if it goes wrong. Yeah, which is true. Look at the number of people, though, who will spend an additional 10% for peace of mind. It even has a lower star value. But more people said laptop B. The 19 reviews of laptop A, well, that could be the guy's mom, sister, his brother, a couple friends. We don't know. It's not a big enough cross-section. Raise your hand if you feel reviews are important. Raise your hand if you feel reviews are important to you as a consumer. To you as a consumer, do you feel reviews are important? 100% they are. 100% they are. Now, raise your hand if you think reviews are important to your practice. Good. Now, raise your hand if you could be doing a little bit more and being a little bit more aggressive in getting reviews. Maybe you've slowed down a little bit. Maybe you've slacked off a little bit. Okay. That happens. That happens. Just like the front desk. Walk in, hey, let's get this front desk cleaned up. Good. 2 weeks from now, it's going to be a mess again. You have to continually put attention on certain things in a practice. Otherwise, it just slows down. It gets a little bit slack. It gets a little bit messy. Reviews are no different. So I'm here to impinge on you in a new unit of time. Get these reviews. Okay. Remember, social proof. It's called social proof. Social proof in a marketing context is evidence that other people have purchased and found value in a product or service offered by a business. For you, that's reviews on Google, Facebook, Yelp. That's before and after photos. That's video testimonials. That's community recognitions. That's any sort of awards you've been given. Let's take Matheson Dentistry. That's one of our clients. I think they're more than that, but they're up to 1,200 reviews. They started at MGE 3 years ago with 35 reviews. Make sure you are adding photos. Make sure you are adding photo. Get the patient to add in a photo. It makes such a difference. We're going to take some of these key reviews. We're going to bring them into the website and we're going to put them on your website. We're going to take testimonials and we are going to take testimonials and put them on your homepage. We're going to take any sort of community involvement where you are doing something outside of dentistry. Like this is Matheson Dentistry on the fentanyl project, which is a big deal in Arizona. It's a big deal. It's right there next to Mexico, and there's massive amounts of fentanyl coming. So they're in there battling it and working on it. And then, of course, the before and afters. We're going to put even these 2 cases on your homepage, okay? And I want you to look beneath those cases. Click here to see the more smile miracles and click here to request an appointment. Then it goes to your smile gallery. And we want your smile gallery to be like this: big before on the left, big after on the right. And, you know, no dental speak, but a description that is insightful, hope-giving, encouraging beneath that. Nancy's teeth were painful and unattractive. She was tired of never-ending issues and wanted a permanent solution. After consulting with the doctor, Nancy decided on a fixed implant denture solution. Now she can eat, smile, and talk with the confidence she hasn't had in years. Folks, raise your hand if you are happy for Nancy, even if you don't know her. I am. Raise your hand if you're happy for Nancy. You see, that's marketing. That's marketing in 2024. So have lots of them, lots of cases. Have lots of cases to show what you do and what you want more of. Show people what's possible in dentistry. And if your website doesn't look like this, then you need to talk to Michael. If your website doesn't have these components, you need to talk to Michael. Michael will get a full review done of your website. Michael will tell you, listen, we need to get this checked out. We'll have our digital team look at the back end. We'll have him and a couple others take a look at the front end and make sure. But it's very easy. We know the exact things to do to make sure your website pops and has every element necessary. So now let's talk about reviews. There's a great question here. How do we get reviews? How do you add photos? Well, first of all, folks, how many of you are enjoying this so far? I know it's a bit rushed. I'm trying to cover a lot. Raise your hand if you're enjoying this. Okay, good. So thumbs up if you would tell somebody else. If you think this is valuable to tell somebody else about the Blumberg Digital and the Blumberg Digital webinars, give me a thumbs up if you feel that it's valuable. Good. Thank you for that. So I'm going to put that to the test. Now watch what I do here. Everybody pull out your phone, scan it. This is your opportunity. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I want everybody to scan this. I want you to leave a review if you're comfortable doing it. I want you to scan that and I want you to see what happens. You should get the screen that you see to the left. Now, I'm going to randomly choose out of the reviews we get today. I'm going to randomly choose 4 people for an Amazon gift card valued at $50. Okay. You're not doing this for the gift card, but if you do take the time to share your thoughts and feelings about Blumberg Digital, about why you like us and what we've done right and what's helped you, and you put that down in number 2 and you share your feeling. And if you wouldn't mind, click that add photos and take a photo of yourself at the webinar or with your team or at the practice. I want you to get used to doing this because you're going to have to train a team member to get a patient to do the same thing. Patient's going to scan your QR code and they might not know what to do. They might just hit the stars. They might not know to leave a comment. They might not know that you can add photos. So Seema, that should answer the question for you. How do you add photos to a review? Well, you got to see, but it's hard. A lot of people, it's a small screen. A lot of people don't see it. So I'd love it. Very minimally, I want you to scan it and see that this takes you to this page. If you don't have a QR code that does that, you need to go to this website. It's called mygoogleqrcode.com. We created this for you. It's tied into the Google database, right? The business database. You got to put your name, your first name, last name, your email. It's going to email you the QR code. Put your job title and then type in the name of your practice exactly as it appears in Google, and then press submit. It'll email you the QR code. The QR code will then come to you as an image. You put your logo on it and you put that on a sheet of paper and laminate that. That's good and golden. Okay. So I want to make sure you know how to add a photo, how to get a comment and such, because you are about to do this. You're about to do this for patients. Thank you, Abby, for the wonderful review. Thank you, The Waves, for the wonderful review. Seema, thank you. Nice photo, Seema. That was clever. Good. Sydney, thank you. Great. Nizreen, thank you. Everybody, now there's not that many people who, so really there's like 5 people who've entered. So 4 out of those 5 people are going to get the Amazon gift cards. What am I doing by doing that? You know, I'm giving a little bit of an incentive. Now, Canada, you can't do this. Canada, you can't do this. You can't offer an incentive like this. Unfortunately, you can't. But I do encourage everybody else, US, United States, even California, you can do this. You're not directly remunerating for a review. You're offering an incentive. For our clients, they often do this. They have a gift basket. And people say, wow, that's really cool. It says, ask me how you can win. Okay, good. So how do I win? Oh, yeah, we pull a name out of this jar once every 2 weeks. Oh, how do I get my name in that jar? Oh, it's very easy. You just leave a review and you show us and we're good. I'm going to do it again, everybody. Ask me how you can win me. Wow, how do I win that basket? How does somebody win that basket? Oh, we pull your name out of this jar. Oh, wow. How do you get the name in the jar? We do that every 2 weeks. How do I get my name in that jar? Oh, I just scan one of these things and leave a review and show us, and we put your name in that jar. Person might even say, wow, what if I do a review on Google, Yelp, and Facebook, right? We'll put your name in 3 times. Not that that's why they're doing it, but it certainly helps. So last chance on this one. My special for you is 4 Amazon gift cards. What is it costing me? Nothing. You know, $200 it's costing me. From a business perspective, that's nothing. What's it going to cost you to do that basket? Well, I'm going to tell you something about that basket. I am kind of cheap, so I want everybody to listen to what I'm telling you. Don't give the basket away. Put all the contents in a bag, a nice bag with some tissue paper and all that stuff, and then give that to the person. Keep the basket. That's probably one of the most expensive things there. And keep the cellophane plastic and the bow, okay? Have some people, some of the businesses around your community. This is a great hack. You got businesses around that are small businesses. You know, they make these special cool soaps. And this one over here is a chocolatier. And this one over here has these great, you know, like beef jerky. And go to them, tell them to put a business card in, and maybe you can get it for cost or even as a gift. Every 2 weeks, they'll contribute to that and you'll promote them for free and get a basket supporting local businesses. They're being supported. You're being supported. Just a thought. Hope that helps.
I have a question.
All right. Yeah, shoot.
In California, I'm pretty sure the laws in California for healthcare are a little different, because I was looking into doing like a gift basket for both reviews and referrals. And
Yeah.
I was looking into it, and it said that for healthcare that you can't incentivize reviews or referrals. Is there like a way that you would recommend?
You are spot on correct. You are spot on correct. I can't, if you walk in, I can't say, hey, if you leave us a review, here's a $5 gift card to Starbucks. You cannot do that. That's a direct remuneration. My understanding, and you check with your attorney and your HIPAA consultant and anybody else, and trust me, that's more senior to what I say. The last I heard and last I checked, you could do a sweepstakes drawing where it's not guaranteed remuneration, but it's an incentive. Canada cannot. They can't even do that. So what we do, and this is very important. Do me a favor here, Julia. You're going to be you. I'm going to be the patient. I just got done with my treatment. Okay. And I'm ready to check out. Maybe I'm in the office. Okay. I want you to read everything in yellow. Okay. I'm going to be the patient. Go ahead.
Hey, Dan, how did it go today?
Oh, so good, Julia. Thank you.
Great. That's what we love to hear. I know that you have been looking at other dentists and dental offices in the past, but you keep coming back to us. We must be doing something right. Can I ask you what we do better or different than other dental offices that you've been to?
Oh yeah, I mean, like no question. The doctor is a genius. You know, I came over here from that corporate chain dental place, and they'd messed up that root canal and stuff. And he handled that one time, just sorted out. But I come in and I meet you. It's a family-based business. Everybody's nice. Totally handled my concern about pain and needles. I mean, I don't even know how you guys do what you do, but as long as I'm in this town, this city, you guys are my dentist for life. So yeah, that's what you do better and different than other dentists in the area.
Great. Well, we work hard to get these results, so we're really happy to hear that you feel that way. The reason I'm asking today is that consumers want to hear from existing patients like you. So if you could help us out today, you're sitting right here in the chair, and take 2 minutes to share the same kind words that you just mentioned to me. That would be really appreciated.
Julie, I mean, I'd love to. I got to grab some lunch before I get back to the office. I haven't figured out where I'm going to go, but maybe hit me up next time or shoot me a link or something.
Yeah, understood. If we get 10 views from our patient this week, the doctor gets to buy all of us Starbucks on Monday. So if you could take 2 minutes, I'm sure it'll make it fast. Could you help us with that, please?
Oh, well, geez, if it's for Starbucks, Julia, why don't you say so? Yeah, let's get you that latte. Make sure it's big and expensive. Huh? You guys deserve it. Hit the doctor up hard for that one, okay? Tell me what to do. And then you pull out your QR code and we're done.
Yeah, we actually
believe it or not, that's more important to the patient than winning a basket. The basket is just kind of the whipped cream on top. So check on that. Check with your attorney. Do not implement that if you guys are concerned. 100% let me know if your attorney says no. But more importantly is that routine right there, because a patient now sees that you are being taken care of by the doctor, and they love that. Thumbs up if this is helpful to see the thing on reviews again. I know a lot of you know this already. I know I've been over it 100 times. I know, Amy, you guys trained me on this, but it's still good to see. It's still good to see and just be tapped on the shoulder. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that.
Dr. Ellis raised her hand. I was just seeing if she had a question.
Hey, Dr. Ellis.
Okay, so 2 questions. Like before I forget, one is I just found out that my assistant, whom I did fillings on her yesterday and a couple of weeks ago, she put in a review on Google. She just told me, does that hurt or help? I don't know. This is Nayeli. I'd say hi. Anyway, so that started my shots. And that came about because last week I had another patient, Friday, Thursday. She goes, I never feel your shots. You're so comfortable. And I told her, hey, can you do a testimonial? So I'm going to have her come in to do a testimonial. And for her coming in to do a testimonial about how the shots are comfortable, what should I do? I can't bribe people. I mean, how do I express thankful greatness to her for taking the time in to give me a testimonial without breaking the California, law in there? That's 2. And then the other one,
100%.
Yeah. Before I forget,
and what's your other question?
The other question is, the staff was just asking me, I know that after you are done with this video recording, you do send us a link, but how can do you also have recordings of these links for the general public to see? Like if there's an assistant here or maybe someone in the general public that wants to look at this video, do you have something like that, or how does that work? So those are the 2 questions.
Yeah, great. Okay, good. Well, we have so much content. We could take care of you all day long and everything you need. So I want you to be in touch with Michael on that. Our YouTube channel has a ton of stuff. Yes, this recording will be available, and pretty much any specific thing you need, we have. Okay. Now, back to your first question. First thing I want you to know, if your team members have ever been a patient, if you've ever done work on your team members, that's a valid review. That's a valid testimonial, both of them.
Oh, okay.
You can get a review and a testimonial from your team members. And, they could say, listen, full disclosure, I work here, but he's also my dentist. This place is great and this and that. And it's totally acceptable. It's totally acceptable. Asking for testimonials. Boy, Kathleen just did a whole video on this. And this video is awesome. This video, it's on our Blumberg Digital YouTube page about how to ask for testimonials. And I'm not going to take up your time on that, but I will link it in this seminar. Britt, if you could go over to our YouTube channel and put that link in here. And then for the recorded version of this, we'll put the link in the recording so you all have this. Kathleen did an amazing job to say what she does and how she gets people to go forward with leaving a testimonial. And that has changed Salvatore Dental. This is so interesting to see Kathleen go into the operatory with an iPad, go to their YouTube channel, and they have a playlist and all these different types of treatment. Like if it's an older person who says, I don't know that I want to do this treatment. I might be dead tomorrow. How do you handle that origination? Well, she pulls up a testimonial by a person who's quite elderly and uses that patient to talk to this other patient. And then the person says, listen, I'm a mom. I've kind of neglected myself. She's got a handful of those. And then a person who says this and a person who says that, she's got a ton. These are part of an arsenal to help that person get the help they need and get them to want what they need, right? A lot of them know they need it. It's when they want it that things change. So you're using your patients, their testimonials. And Kathleen even tells these patients when they come back in, the ones who have left testimonials, hey, we just had a person go forward with the treatment and this way. And that person feels so fulfilled because they helped another person get the help they need. So powerful. We'll put that in here. I got to say this, folks. I'm going to say this. I know I got 12 minutes left, but the Blumberg Digital team that you see on the screen, you may or may not know this, but I run 5 companies. My team is MGE. I'm part of that group. The Blumberg Digital team are just some of the best people I've ever worked with on planet Earth in my entire career. And I'm not just saying that because, that's the right thing to say, or I'm telling you, this team is top notch. This team, anything you need, we're not perfect, but anything you need, any direction you feel we need to take, anything you want to tap us on the shoulder about, we're right there. Again, we're not perfect, but boy, we do our best to get as close to perfect as possible. So I just really want to thank everybody here in the Blumberg Digital team. And any of you clients that agree with me, maybe give them a shout out on the chat. I'd appreciate that. All right, let's see what other questions came up. Can you give the Starbucks card to the employee instead? Yes, you can give the Starbucks card to the employee instead. That you can do. You could tell a patient, just say, hey, listen, I'd like to ask you for I'm a little bit busy. I got to go. No problem. Hey, you know what we're doing? We're doing a little bit of a special. Any employee here who was helping on getting a review is going to get a Starbucks card. It's a little game we're playing this week. I know you'll probably do it next time you come in or whatever, but do you think you might be able to squeeze it in real quick because we're playing for a Starbucks card? Patients love to see your team get taken care of. So absolutely, you can do that, Dr. Lasco. Good to see you. All right, well, I've got a couple things I'm going to play here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go ahead and play this video.
I think one of the biggest questions I get is how we got comfortable with using testimonials with our patients and also filming them. That's something I personally had to work really hard on with our Blumberg Digital consultant because it was uncomfortable for me initially to walk into a room and say to a patient, hey, can I put a camera on your face and film you talking about the treatment you just had? Is that okay? Because I'll be honest, I was scared of them saying no. And then I was like, well, then it's gonna be awkward. I can't see them in the office every time. But then I was able to really work through that and get comfortable walking into a patient. And the biggest thing is people want to help other people. If they don't want to help other people, then most likely they're not here getting treatment, because if they don't want to help other people, they probably don't want to help themselves. I walk in there and I frame it as your story is amazing. The treatment that you've been through, everything that you've been through to get to this point is a story that someone else is able to relate to. It's not your responsibility to help those other people, but it's something that can really make a difference in other people's lives. And that's something I feel like you would be amazing at communicating. So do you mind sitting down with me and just filming a testimonial? 9 times out of 10, they say yes. Every now and then you get the people that, may have a more public job, so they don't want people to know that they initially went through what they went through, and that's fine. Then you just ask them, hey, can I post your zoomed in photos? And they say yes. But the biggest thing is just being honest with them and saying your story is gonna help so many people. Testimonials are something that are extremely personal to each patient. The amount of times I sat in a testimonial and I'm crying with the patient, that's when you know it's gonna be so impactful for somebody else. I can think of a couple off the top of my head, but there's one. This one guy, he had a severe dental emergency, right? So he went to the hospital and they diagnosed him with a number of conditions, a nerve disorder, put him on a ton of medication. And it turns out he actually just needed 2 teeth extracted. So we filmed a testimonial about that and we put it online, and there's so many people that have responded to it saying, you know, I was in a similar situation to this, or saying, I think I might be in a similar situation to this. So knowing what is going to be impactful to people. The other thing that you have to get really good at is reading the consults when they come in and knowing what might be their reason why. So a mom that's coming in, I have 3 or 4 testimonials that are moms talking about finally putting themselves first and finally, you know, taking a step to make themselves happy so they can make their family happy. So I know to pull those ones. Patients that are saying like, oh, you know, I'm 80, I'm gonna die soon. No, you're not. I have the sweetest little old guy's testimonial, and he's adorable, and he just talks about how he gained 2 pounds after having treatment, and he's so excited. So just reading what is gonna be most impactful to your patient. I actually take an iPad into the room and I pull it up on our YouTube page. That way they can see that we have other testimonials available too. And I play it and I sit right next to them and watch it. I have tissues ready. Halfway through when they're crying and they know that they're relating to this person, then I know that my patient who filmed that testimonial would be ecstatic to hear that they're helping someone else. And it's something I love to tell them when they come in for their like recare visits. I say, I just want to let you know that testimonial that you filmed has helped so many people, and people have actually started treatment because of your words. I've had patients break down crying because I told them that in the office because they just wanted to help. Testimonials are extremely powerful, and there's something that if you're not doing, you need to do, because it seriously will change people's lives.
Yay. Everybody give Kathleen a hand. Thank you, Kathleen, for your words of wisdom. All right, and we're at the end of the webinar. How is this webinar? Good, good. Excellent. Well, listen, this is a time to go ahead and put any questions in the chat. If there are any things that you would like us to address, what I'll do is I do a series of videos. Amy and I will film some videos after this answering your questions that come up right now. So go ahead and put your questions in the chat, the ones that didn't get answered. Feel free to reach out to us. You can reach out to Michael at bloombergdigital.com. You could obviously reach out to me, Dan at bloombergdigital.com. We're all here for you. Really, really enjoy that you came. Glad that you're here. Want you to get busy. Want you to get busy. We just don't know what the next couple weeks are going to be like, the next couple months. We already know we got holidays coming. This is the time that people get distracted, right? So this is a time to put the coals on the fire, blow this thing up, light that fire. We're going to help you do that. Thank you very much for coming to this webinar. We'll see you on the next one.